Hey guys, welcome back to a quick tutorial. I'm making these random short tutorials about things I struggled with in the hope that it helps you guys too. So today I'm going to show you how to publish your VR app to Oculus App Lab, which is similar to the Oculus Quest Store. The reason why I'm making this video is because previous videos are old and require you to download the whole Oculus integration. However, I claim that there is a much better solution, which also works just as well. All previous tutorials tell you how you will want to download the Oculus integration first. However, if you like me, don't use the OVR rig from Oculus and the XR Interaction Toolkit from Unity instead, you might wonder if you really have to import the whole Oculus integration just for the submission to App Lab and even potentially break your app, which happened to me. By the way, if the Oculus integration breaks your app, people suggest upgrading your input system to a newer preview version. I don't recommend doing this since it can create some issues for you down the line. So, now I'm going to show you what files you actually need to submit your app correctly. First, you want to head over to Build Settings and go over to Android Build. Make sure that you use the texture compression ASTC as this is recommended by Oculus. There's a few more things we have to do in the player settings. We want to go on IL2CPP and here choose ARM v7. You can also uncheck this ARM64 since Oculus will tell you when you upload the build that you only have to use one of them. I'm not really sure, so I'm just going to leave both of them. And here under publishing settings, you will have to create a new Keystore manager. If you don't have one, just create one here. Type in the password you want to use. Then you have to just type in a name for it and confirm your password 2 times. Now if you want to build your APK, you have to enter your password here, choose the name you entered and confirm the password here again. This you have to do every time you open your project and want to build an APK file. You want to open your project and head over to the package manager. Change from Unity registry to your own assets and look for the Oculus integration, which you can download from the Unity asset store. Then make sure it's on the latest version and click on import. Now, you saw how long this takes just to load all the files. And trust me, you really don't want to download all these files just for one submission. So what you want to do is unselect all of them and go down until you find the XML file for the submission. So you can see this is the AndroidManifest for the OVR submission. And yes, this is literally the only file you will need from Oculus. Then just click import and you will have an Oculus folder in your Unity project. You can open this up and look at the XML file. Now, this is almost all we have to do. One more thing is you have to add a plugins folder, place an Android folder into this plugins folder and add an AndroidManifest to it. Now, this is the AndroidManifest. Here you type in all the permissions and declare what you're gonna use the APK for. Let's open the XML file to get a better look at it. Now, you see here that we have different permissions and some metadata. Here on top, you're just gonna type in your package name and then you specify which permissions you need. I'm going to leave a link in the description to help you get started with that. For example, maybe you don't need the microphone or the record audio, so you can just leave this out. By the way, there will be a warning if you submit this AndroidManifest from Oculus saying that record audio is prohibited, but you can still submit this if you declare why you need it, and if they allow you to use it, you can still use it. In my application, I need this record audio for some multiplayer functionality. However, if I wouldn't need this multiplayer functionality, I think I would be fine without these permissions. Another permission could be, for example, allowing access to files. but I don't need this in my app, so this is empty here. Furthermore, you see that you specify that this app is for Quest and Quest 2 and that it's used for VR. A few things important to note. In the AndroidManifest you see here the package name. This is the name of my project and you can find it in the player settings under other settings here under package name. Make sure that every APK has another version number, and also this is especially important for Oculus, that every APK you upload on the Oculus Developer Hub has another bundle version code, and in this case you can only go in full steps such as 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 and so on. Just make sure this is always a different one as the last version. Also one thing, and Oculus will also tell you this, if you want to upload your APK, you have to choose the installation location as automatic. In the AndroidManifest we already have set this, but in Unity you have to do this as well. You can just do this here under install location, just press on automatic. Now let's jump over to the Oculus dashboard. Now we are in the Oculus Developer Dashboard. You get this view if you registered an organization. Here you will see your apps. If you don't have an app yet, you can just create one here and just choose Quest for App Lab. I have one, so I'm not going to do it right now. So we can enter the app here and you will not see anything here. I can see already some things because I have submitted an app, but Oculus has changed some things and I'm going to show you an easier way to upload your app. The easiest way to get started is if you download the Oculus Developer Hub, sign into your account and you will see the organization as well as the app that you registered before. You can now click on the app and here you will see options to upload your app to the App Lab or the alpha version. If you want to publish your app to App Lab, your app has to go through a submission process which can take 4 to 5 weeks even. However, if you just quickly want to upload an app to test or to share with your friends or within your company, you can do this with the alpha version. This one is really simple. You just have to upload the APK and it will be ready within minutes. All you have to do is click on upload, choose your file, open your file, click on next and you will see a loading bar, and eventually it will finish, be tested by Oculus and be ready within a few minutes. If your alpha version is finished, let me show you how you can invite test users. You will want to head back over to the Oculus dashboard and choose your alpha version. Just click on alpha and you will see this view here. Click on users and now you can just add users by typing in the email address of their Oculus account. They will then receive an email and by clicking on this email, the app will be installed automatically on their Oculus Quest. Your alpha version application is ready to be shared once the test status is on complete. Now let's get back to App Lab. Well, App Lab works basically the same, but just takes much longer to be approved. You also want to just upload it here by clicking on upload, choose the file, click on next and then just wait until it's uploaded. Then you want to go back here and you will see production App Lab. For example, mine is still yellow because it's at the moment it's submitted and has to be approved by Oculus, which will take a few more weeks. Now let me show you some other cool things you can do in the dashboard. You will want to head over to your last submission and click on it. Now here you can input all the necessary information. You can input the name of your app, the release type, so you can choose if you want to release it once it's approved or if you want to schedule a release. You can type in your email for contact. In the notes you have to declare any prohibited permissions. For example, I mentioned the record audio, so I wrote it in the notes so that Oculus knows that I need the record audio and they hopefully will accept my submission. Furthermore, you can head over to app metadata and here you can fill in a bunch of information about your app, specification, what kind of game are you using, what kind of controls are you supporting. Here you can type in the publisher name, your website, and make sure that you have a privacy policy on your website which you can link here. Further, this one is really cool. You can here add your logos, your icons, your cover art, and the PDP art which will be shown in the App Lab. You can additionally add some screenshots from in-game and upload a trailer or a cover image. In content rating, you have to fill out a form and it will give you this rating for age restriction. Lastly, you can choose if your app is free or what you are charging. If you're finished with all the information, you can save your information as a draft, and if you have already uploaded your APK like I shown you before, then you can just press on submit. Here you can say cancel submission because I already submit my APK. I hope this short tutorial helped you, and I would really appreciate you taking the time to like, subscribe or even support me on Patreon.